Hey guys, GH, welcome to Practice Tee. Okay, it's got to be a quick one. There's rain about. I've just been trying to get out here for a couple of days. Okay guys, what I want to talk about today is something that, okay, JH is always basically from left field. Well guys, this is going to be left of left field. This is almost going to be behind left field in terms of an outlook. Most of my golfing life, and I've even taught this process of thinking, and that is that you should be absolutely locked into the target with your thinking when you're hitting the ball. You should really be trying to, focus on the target and getting the ball to the target. Well guys, I've changed my mind completely on that. I'm absolutely, and having been around the neural sciences my whole life, I should have come to this conclusion a long time ago. Because the reality is, guys, you can only do what you can control. You can think what you like, but there's a reality associated with thinking, and that is, I better check this audio. Oh, it's so windy here, guys, it just blows everything over. Yeah, and of course, we've always had this thing here, focus on the target, swing to the target. We want to get the ball to the target. Well guys, we want to have some association with the target, but that association comes about when you're addressing the golf ball. If I've got my target up here, which is that big tree in the distance there, this is where I get my target association here, is with my alignment. I get it here. Now I've set it in there. And that's where I want to go. That's where I want the ball to go. But the only way I can get that ball to go there is if this hits it correctly and it goes there. So what we've got to do, guys, is get more emphasis on the hitting of the ball correctly with this here after we've got our alignment, rather than thinking about the ball going to the target before we hit it, or more to the point, after we hit it. Because guys, at the end of the day, you can have all the best intentions in the world, absolutely all the best intentions in the world, but once that ball achieves separation from the club face, you can do nothing about it. Best intentions, but the ball's gone. So what I think will enhance the possibility or the potential of that ball getting to that target is correct impact on the golf ball and putting more emphasis on the actual hitting of the golf ball. Now, I've never been an advocate of that, because for the club player, if he's thinking about hitting the golf ball, because their technique is not that great most of the time, the hit will incorporate, just that, a hit with no activation of the lead side, which is going to sequence the downswing. In any golf swing, guys, this side has got to start the downswing, and then you can hit as hard as you like with that trail side, because this has already prefaced the starting of the golf club into the ball. So the whole emphasis of this video, guys, is to take away, after we've got our alignment, yeah, sure, align to the target, get all that set up, and when that's in place, completely forget that, and then shift the emphasis to getting this on that. As Mo Norman would say, getting this dumb guy on that dumb guy. Because guys, I promise you, the more that you really do lock in to focusing on that and getting this on that, the better you'll hit it. You know why? Because there's more focus. Simple as that. There is more focus on the hit. And there's no erosion of the intensity of the focus by thinking target. We want to think about the now and not the after. Because the after we've got no control of. We've got absolutely control of the now. And what all this comes down to, guys, is that after we've aligned, and it's about 60 k's here today in the wind tunnel, and look at this rain out here. But I want to get this on vid. So after we've got the commitment here, guys, to the target, okay, we know through our alignment, now that's not going to change. So we can forget the target. Just get the emphasis now on firing this golf club at that golf ball. Now why wouldn't you do that? It's a natural thing. Anytime we want to grab something or push something, there's a lot of emphasis on this here, going here to whatever we're talking about. Now the waiver here, guys, is that I'm not going to tell you to just get over the ball and then fire the club, hit the ball, because that will engender a right side or a trail side activation, and you'll not be very successful. At the end of the day, with any golf swing, when we get here, we have to sequence it with the lead side. But you've probably got to the stage where you're doing that anyway. So what I want to do is I've looked at my target there. I know where I want to go. Now my alignment now is based on that target there. Now I'm not going to change that. So I'm locked in. So the arc of the swing is not going to change. So why do I have to now erode what I want to do, which is put this on that, by thinking target and having that sort of, you know, that sort of peripheral thought out there, eroding the efficiency and the concentration, the 100% effort of getting this club on that ball. Okay, so I've lined up to the tree. I've got it there, here. Now, the focus on the target's gone, guys. My focus is that. All I'm going to do is... Oh, hello. Guys, it's a paradigm shift in thinking. Well, it's not really, because there were guys, 50 years ago, 60 years ago, that had this. Henry Cotton was very much that way orientated. Henry Cotton used to have the auto tyre, and he used to get people to hit the auto tyre. Bang, bang. But what did that do? That heightened the awareness of using the hands to get the club onto the car tyre. Okay, he used the car tyre to build the strength, but he also used the car tyre to build the emphasis of hitting the target, which in that case was the car tyre. And what's interesting, guys, is that anatomically, biomechanically, we have an innate process built into us and capability that when we fire our hands like that, because of the way the arms are designed and the bone structure and the musculature, that invariably if we fire them with proper commitment and force, that the hands will actually square the blade up, because that'll happen. That ulnar and radius bones, they do that. So they naturally square up. So the more that you can emphasize that action and that commitment, the more the face will square to the ball. Now, Tommy Armour had that famous saying. He said, whack the hell out of the ball with your right hand. And Henry Cotton said, just stand still and fire the hands. Now, you don't think that those guys would have had an enormous commitment. There's a big storm coming. Huge commitment to getting this on that and letting the alignment take care of the actual destination of the golf ball. Now, I hope I can do this before it rains, guys. So here we are. I'm lining up on my target. I've got it here. There. Now all I'm going to think about now, guys, is who's just doing a Henry Cotton or a Tommy Armour. Putting this dumb guy on that dumb guy. That's all I'm thinking about. Lots of commitment to this, to that. And guys, the amazing thing is, when the alignment's correct, the ball just goes straight to the target. Now, there's a heck of a wind here coming across, and that ball is just boring a hole in it. So I've got my alignment. Here we are. Couldn't hit it better than that. And guys, I'm not thinking about anything out there. I'm only thinking about the now, not the after. I can't do anything about the after. So I'm just thinking about the now. Okay, now I'm going to turn that lead hand down. I'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, we've got our alignment. Flared that trail foot. It don't get any better than that. Shit, that's easy. Guys, it takes all the anxiety. A lot of people talk about fear about target. This takes all that away. You can't have much fear when you've only got a golf club that's going from here to there to get to a ball. What fear is that? That's a fear because that's a long way away. And it takes all the elements of the conditions out. I'm not worried about the wind. All I'm worried about is putting this on that because I know the wind's got no effect on that. And if my alignment's right and I've taken that into consideration. So, setting up, just fire that down, turn that trail hand down. Fantastic, guys. That's just going straight into the foliage of the trees. The tree. I'm warmed up after 4 shots. It's amazing. We've had rain, guys. The ground's like a bog. Just like a bog. See how that trail foot's down, guys? That's all part of channel lock. And guys, think about when you've got that trail foot down of driving the weight down the outside of your right ankle. There's something else I wanted to do a video on today, but I'll try and incorporate in this one. Drive the weight down there so that you're feeling the weight is at the back of the heel. Someone asked about that trail hand action, turning it down. Do it in slow motion. How does it happen? Well, guys, when I get to here, at the top of the swing, I turn it early. I turn it so early so it feels like that. Here. I'm turning it really early. And you can turn it as early as you like, as long as the lead side has preceded the trail side in the downswing. Here we go. Weight into that trail foot. Just such a strong hit. I'm getting, oh, this rain's unbelievable. I gotta go, guys. I'm getting so much hit on the ball because I'm only thinking about hitting the ball. I'm not thinking about the target. I'm thinking about getting this on that. Standing still and firing this at that. I'll hit this as hard as I can. Guys, it doesn't move. Doesn't move. Hurricane Hannah coming up behind me. I had to get this down, guys. So we take the emphasis on what we can't control, which is the ball launching after we've hit it, to what we can control, and that is putting the golf club on the ball while it's there stationary in front of us. Okay, come on, Jay. See the trough? That's so long. I'm gonna get wet, guys, but that's the essence of it. We're going to put that on that. We're not going to think about the target. We're just going to fire it in there as hard as we can. How hard can I fire that? I'll show you. This is Tommy Armour. This is Henry Cotton. Wow. I think I've stayed a bit too long. I won't be able to get back under cover before I get ripped with the rain. But it's worth doing it. That's the best 5 I've ever hit in my life. And guys, it's, whoa! Fire it there. But don't fire it this way. Fire it there. Channel lock, into out. Into out. Block with that lead shoulder. Like Billy Phillips was doing this morning. Blocking with that lead shoulder. Feel like you're here when you hit it. Tempting fate here with the weather. Watch how hard I hit this, guys. Come on, Chase. Wow, there it is, guys. Because we've all got that in us. We've got that innate capability to fire the hands away from the body. And we can control it, guys, because there's not much distance. Every one of those shots is 20-foot circle, even in this weather. Watch this. Watch how hard I can hit this. I mean, what it does, guys, is it actually stabilises my body. See how, and my feet are down, I don't want to go anywhere. It just doesn't want to go anywhere. Come on. Nice smooth one, Chase. Every one of those is a perfect golf shot. And that's the perfect storm coming up right there. Come on, Chase, one more. Okay. Oh. Okay, guys, I'll do more on this tomorrow. I'm going to get nailed here. But there it is, guys. You can't control what you can't control. You can't control what you can control. So think club to ball, not ball to target. Ball to target is done with alignment. Club to ball is done in the golf swing. We'll do some more tomorrow.